These Indiana homeowners updated their house with some modern finishes. Were their choices too personal?
It may be conflicting.
And this New Hampshire couple needs more room to grow their family. Can their house give them the equity they need to trade up? Plus, this pair in Illinois is thinking of upsizing too. Will they have to stay put?
What happened? Did they run out of money or ideas?
It's all next on My House is Worth What? In 2007, Jason and Phil bought a traditional lakefront home in Indianapolis, Indiana that was stuck in the 80s. They put a lot of their personal style into their renovations
And would like to know what else they can do before they sell and downsize.
When we first walked into this house, it was ugly. It was so ugly.
It had huge brass platinum light fixtures, had carpeting throughout, no hardwoods, no character. It was very much an 80s spec build. It did have a great layout, and that's what really attracted us to the house. We feel like we got a really good deal on the house because it did need a lot of updating, and we thought that we could add a lot of value to it. In 2007, we bought the house for $335,000. We put about $71,000 in renovation costs.
We're really hoping that our house is valued at $450,000 so that we can downsize, live in a smaller house, and potentially live without a mortgage.
This is Lake Kesslerwood, and Lake Kesslerwood is an area of Indianapolis that is about 20 minutes northeast of downtown. It's known for its beautiful homes and lakefront properties.
I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but we spent $18,300 renovating the exterior of the house.
So what did your $18,300 include?
Well, we spent about $7,300 on the roof. In addition, we spent about $7,500 on new lifetime warranty windows and about $3,500 on exterior paint.
When a buyer comes to your house, the first impression that really hits them is they want to look at the roof and see the condition of it, and then they're looking at the windows. And you guys made the choice to make sure that those are top quality. So that was money very well spent. But on the flip side of that, it is on a very, very busy street. One of the most important things is your house really does lack curb appeal. That's a really key piece, because if you can't get them in, you can't show them the rest of the house.
This is our living room. What's kind of interesting is what we're walking through used to be a wall.
Walk through a wall, huh?
Yep.
We spent about $1,000 opening the wall up. We found that it let in a lot more light, where before it was really dark. And we also framed it out then with new molding. And in addition to that, we spent about $8,000 on new hardwood floors throughout the first level.
You spent $1,000 knocking off the wall.
Yeah.
Really a good decision. It opens the room up, makes it much brighter, as you said, and also allows you to have a dual entry. The hardwood floors are absolutely beautiful. But the thing is, there's such a drastic transition from the cozy country feel that's outside, and you come in and you see these wonderful hip floors. If a buyer has any type of pattern furniture, it may be conflicting.
Pattern furniture, I don't know if we'd sell to them.
Yeah, I don't know if we would either.
I bet you if they offered you above your list price, you would.
You might be right.
You know, stepping up into the kitchen really makes a nice transition.
Well, this by far was our most major expense. We spent $29,000 renovating the kitchen.
We started with removing some of the cabinets that were on this wall because it made for such a dark, narrow passageway. We enlarged the island to make it more of a cook's kitchen and ran a gas line into a brand new downdraft gas range.
Well, I really like what you did with the contrast in colors, because it really helps to calm the busyness of the floor. Granite countertops, stainless steel appliances are an absolute must. And I think eliminating the cabinets on the other side may not have been the best idea because now you have very limited cabinet space. But overall, you've done a really good job in here, and you definitely included all the things that buyers are looking for. You guys, this is a great lakefront property. And the thing about it that makes it so special is because Indianapolis is completely landlocked, so it's really rare to find properties on the water. So you really picked a good location.
That's good to hear. We spent a lot of time back here, and we did a lot of work on the decking up at the house. We spent about $4,800 on that piece. We resealed, restained, and spent about $3,500 on the boat dock and the decking by the water.
I would have paid more attention to the front yard because you've got to actually get them back here. Yeah. If you can't get them through the front door and into the backyard, they never get to see it unless they're traveling by boat.
Sharon knows curb appeal speaks volumes about a property. Will Jason and Phil be penalized for ignoring theirs?
And that's the first impression that a buyer sees.
Then, these New Hampshire...
Jason and Phil have been hard at work bringing their Indianapolis home out of the 80s. They'd like to sell now so they can downsize and live mortgage-free.
Jason and Phil, you have a lakefront property, which is very rare in Indianapolis. And it's in Lake Castlewood, which is a very convenient area of town. The fact that you put in new windows and replaced your roof, very smart move. The open floor plan provides a really great spacious atmosphere for entertaining and just living. There are a few things that really concern me, though. You live on a very busy street, and it is a very taste-specific kind of decor that you have in here. I guess my greatest concern is that the house lacks curb appeal. And that's the first impression that a buyer sees. What do you think the value of your house is right now?
We're hoping it's $450,000.
Well, if I were to list your house in today's Indianapolis market, I would list your house for $415,000.
Ouch. A little lower than we were thinking.
Yeah, we're definitely hoping for more.
Jason and Phil have gained $9,000 in equity, but it's still a disappointment.
Is there anything that you would suggest that would bring a good return on investment to up the value?
The front yard, that is the key issue. So I think if you clean the area up just right around the door, because that's what you see when you drive by, I think you'll see a tremendous difference.
Okay. Well, good to know. We really appreciate you coming out and your advice.
Yes,
You're welcome. Thank you.